Hi, everyone. I'm Ross Tree11, and this is another Sprague Spotlight interview. Today, I'm joined by the Boise team, 2020 Branch of the Year. To kick us off, Brandon, would you like to introduce yourself and then pass the buck to everyone else?
Sure. My name is Brandon Cole, Boise branch manager. I've been with Sprague for 4 years. Before that, I was in the military for 14 years. So I've been a branch manager for about a year and loving it so far.
Hi, I'm Mike Wilding. I've been with Sprague for 8 years, been an operations manager for just under 2 years. I do the east side of Idaho.
Hey, I'm Daniel. I'm the operations manager on the west side of Boise. Been with Sprague for 6 years. I was a technician for all that until just recently. Before that, I was in the Marine Corps.
Hi, I'm Sandy. I've been with Sprague for just over 2 years. I've been in the industry for 25 years now. Really happy to be a part of the team and this company. And I appreciate everybody that I work with. A lot of hardworking people here.
Hi, I'm Johnny. I've been with the team here for just over a year now, and it's been a phenomenal, exciting year of just learning and growing. I'm excited to do another year, hopefully, and a few more after that.
Yeah, I'm Casey. I work over in the Burley area. I'm been here just over a year as well. I've loved every minute of it. Love the team I work with. It's been a very great, amazing experience so far.
That's awesome. Well, welcome everybody to the Spotlight Series. Brandon, last year, obviously, y'all won 2020 Branch of the Year. It's a huge accomplishment. How did that come together for you and your team last year?
Boise's always had a great culture. We kept the core group of techs from when a lot of the management now were techs. So we feel like we had a strong foundation anyways. We won Branch of the Year a couple years ago with that group. I think that what really pushed us over the hump was just the collectiveness of the group coming together during the hard times and everybody buying into the vision that, me and Mike had for Boise last year, and really pushing to just be the best that we can be, and never forgetting the clients are always first, and that is kind of the core of the Boise culture.
Mike, how many years now at Sprague have you been here?
8.
8 years. And in 8 years, you guys have won 2 Branch of the Years, or has it been more than 2 Branch of the Years at that time?
2 Branch of the Years in this time.
What from last year stands out as being one of those big moments that felt really good?
Well, like Brandon said, we have a pretty new team, and we just concentrated on teamwork, cross training. We brought our QA up and held that high QA with such a new team that, both me and Brandon, now Daniel, and the whole team is actually really proud of being able to hold that QA, keep the client retention, keep our NPS up. And yeah, I think we just, like Brandon said, we came together as a group. We all decided, hey, this is what we're going to do. We did the cross training that was necessary to keep all our scores up, keep the clients happy.
That's awesome. Daniel, last year, you were recognized as one of the top techs of the year. This year, you've now been promoted to operations manager. What's the last 12 months been like for you?
Oh man, amazing. I just, you can do anything you put your mind to, I think. You just put your head down and work hard and appreciate those around you and work as a team. There's nothing you can't accomplish together. That's really just the big learning point I had last year, probably. Just we tackled things together. We were quick response to all those DSVs and just anything that came up. We all just tackled it as a team. I think that's a big part of it.
That's awesome. Sandy, 25 years in pest control is a long time in pest control. Last year, of course, you were also recognized as one of the top techs of the year. How did 2020 differ from the other 24 years in pest control?
For me personally, it was the opportunity to work for a company and a team that's really passionate about what we do. We have an opportunity every day of our lives to do the best that we can. And that's what I see around me every day. Our team, our company, we do the best that we can every day. And if there's something that we need assistance on, we actually reach out and get that assistance, reach out to each other. So we've got each other's back. We really do step up to the plate for our clients and for our branch and for our company. So for me, that's what's different. I don't feel quite as alone as I did before working with other companies. So
That's awesome.
proud of
Johnny,
that.
you were maybe able to make it into the top 10% of our technicians in your first full year. What did that feel like? What sense of accomplishment did that bring for you?
Well, I mean, it was just a really exciting time and a really hard push there for sure at the end. I was last few months I was in the top 20. I was pushing as hard as I could to get into the top 10, and it's been a crazy experience, and it's a lot of praise from everyone. And gonna double down this year, just have to grind a little bit harder, and we'll get back in for sure next year.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I like that.
Casey, as the newest person on the team, what does it mean to join a group of high achievers like this?
Great, honestly. I love surrounding myself with people who are good at whatever we do. So I feel we rise and we fall as a team. So this team has done nothing but succeed, which makes everybody else want to succeed as well. You know, we want to be the best we can. So go out there and get it.
Yep.
Brandon, there was another award winner in your office last year. What impact did Summer have on the team last year?
Oh, Summer's great. It's amazing to have a salesperson on your team like Summer. I mean, I think she sold $526,000 total of, when you include DSV treatments and whatnot. And it's like, when you do something like that, all you got to do is keep your clients happy, keep your client retention up, and you're going to have a fantastic year. So, I mean, she goes above and beyond that also by, account management, really stepping in during meetings to kind of teach our technicians and everybody how the process works and what they can do to help her to really make us succeed as a team. So having Summer is just fantastic.
That's awesome. Mike, you've got another person in the office, Taylor, who has been at the awards banquet for making it into the top 3 CSRs several times. What is it like to have her support in the office as well?
Well, I don't think we would have got Branch of the Year without Taylor. Taylor's a huge part of what we do. And I mean, you can't even really put into words how much Taylor covers for every tech, me, Brandon, and what she does behind the scenes that nobody really sees. So, I mean, Taylor is one of those people that if you send her an email or call her and let her know, it's done instantly. You never have to worry about it, and it's done the right way. So without Taylor, I don't think we'd be where we are today.
Daniel, when you first started, did you know much about pest control?
Absolutely nothing.
Who has been helpful to your development in the Boise office over the years, as going from knowing nothing in pest control to being one of the top techs and now an ops manager on the team?
I'd have to say Nathan Gerlach for sure. He's really knowledgeable, experienced, super smart, and awesome to talk to. Just funny, always keeps me laughing and keeps me in a good mood, and he's always pushing forward.
He's one of the only people I know with a resting smile face.
Right.
Absolutely. Sandy, I mean, obviously when you came to Sprague, you had so much experience. How did that experience also help you, but also how did you transfer some of that experience to other people on the team?
It really did help me in the beginning to just sort of hit the ground running without having to be trained specifically. And that helped the branch because they knew that they could put me out there and I'll get the job done and get it done right. But that also gave me an opportunity for the new specialists that were coming in to kind of give them some of my knowledge, let them know what I've learned over the years, little tricks here, how to approach pest issue in several different ways so that you're not just stuck to doing one type of technique or something of that nature. So it gave me the opportunity to really kind of spread some of my knowledge out. And I look forward to continuing that as well.
That's great. That's awesome. Johnny, who's been a big impact on your career since you started?
Honestly, it's been Daniel. He's been phenomenal. He's super knowledgeable about all the things that he's got going on with bed bugs and roaches and stuff like that. And because he's in my area or pretty close to my area, I've been able to call him and be like, hey, dude, I'm on this bed bug job and I don't know what's going on. I don't see him. I don't know what's going on. And he'll just run over there in 10 minutes and we just crush it together. And I've just been learning super, super good skills and techniques from him. It's been amazing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Casey, what advice would you have somebody who's just starting out in Sprague if they wanted to work on a team as good as Boise? What advice would you have for them as they're just starting?
Be humble. Everybody here knows something you don't. So, I mean, listen to what they say. They have advice. They're at the positions where they're at for a reason. So they're going to give you some knowledge. Take it. Listen to what they have to say and just keep moving forward.
That's great advice. That's really good advice. Being humble usually helps in almost all scenarios. That's great. Brandon, there's a lot of competition for Branch of the Year. What advice would you have for others who aspire to win Branch of the Year someday?
Oh man. I would say you got to do it all. You can't just have the most leads or have a decent QA score. You got to go after everything and do well at it, all of it. You got to be very well rounded, and make sure that your team is buying into what it is that you're trying to achieve. It's I think that's the best way to explain it. Is just you have to do all the things. You cannot miss a beat on any of it.
I think you're right, and you can't have one weakness to win Branch of the Year. You have to be strong every facet. Mike, you're a few hours away from the office. How far across does your territory stretch now?
So my territory is like from West Yellowstone to Twin Falls is what I actually cover. And then Brandon does from kind of the far side of Twin through Boise. So I'm about 5 hours away from the office is where I actually live. And I go about 2.5 hours north and 2.5 hours southwest.
How do you create teamwork with such a vast space between everybody?
So I'd say the best way is communication. The phone is nowadays, and email is, I mean, a tool you can't live without. You got to be in constant communication, but not just me. You also have to have the techs in constant communication with each other. For instance, you have techs that from one side of the route to the other, it's a 2.5 hour drive just in their route. So if they're on the other side of their route and they get a call back, the communication with other techs and being able to work with everybody is, I mean, detrimental to having that customer service.
Well, Daniel, if you're thinking about this year, what are the keys to trying to repeat for this year?
Man, I'd have to say just continue to do what we're doing. Pay attention, slow down, take your time in your accounts. Quality is essential. And then it's just with that comes client retention and then growth, word of mouth. You continue to do a great job, that helps the business grow. People see that. Competition comes in and I can't do anything about it because, you have a phenomenal account with a good relationship with your customer. And just, I think we just need to continue down the same road we're going. Everybody does a great job at that already. So we just head on and go.
Sandy, what's the first thing you're going to do when the pandemic is over?
I think I'd like to go out to a real restaurant. It'd be nice to, eat a nice meal out, and I'm going to smile at people a lot. I'm going to enjoy looking at people's faces again.
Me too. I don't know if they can tell if I'm smiling, so that's great. Johnny, what about you? What's the first thing you're going to do when the pandemic's over?
I'm gonna go travel a little bit and see the cities again and go and visit new places again. I know we've been fairly loose with a lot of our rules, so I've luckily been able to go out and hang out with my friends here and there. But other cities, I haven't been able to go travel to Portland and walk through Portland and see all the people and see just different cities and different experiences.
I feel you on that one. I felt a little bit like it was Groundhog Day during this time frame. So I totally understand what you mean. Casey, what about you? What's the first thing you're going to do when the pandemic's over?
It seems like it's gone on forever. I don't even know. Everything I can to get out there. It seems like it's never ended.
No, I'd feel a little bit like maybe I hit my head a year ago, and maybe that what I imagined or what we used to do, maybe that was all a figment of my imagination. But looking forward to when this is all over. Brandon, any last words today for the spotlight interview or for anyone at Sprague?
Yeah, actually, I would say Boise's off to a better start than we were last year. Watch out. There's nothing that this team can't accomplish, and I think we got a good chance of getting it again.
That's awesome. I look forward to meeting in person, having an awards banquet in person, and maybe crowning the first repeat champion. We'll see. People are going to be gunning for you. Every office meeting I've been to, they've been talking about the Boise team, and your stats are next to theirs. They know who they're gunning for. Thanks everybody for joining me today.